Hey everybody, afternoon. Hope this video finds you well. I know there's a lot of tumultuous stuff going on in the world right now. A lot of people being told, hey, stay inside, make sure you're not going outside if you don't have to, myself included. I've been using this time to catch up on all my favorite Wolverine stuff. Huge nerd, love Wolverine, pretty much, in my opinion, the coolest superhero of all time ever. Hugh Jackman, awesome dude. But my favorite part about Wolverine, in the movies especially, is not just that he's a badass, but his healing factor, which looks something like this.
What the hell? God damn it.
So in the time you were watching that clip, I went out, gave myself a scrape to show you how in today's video, I'm gonna teach you guys how to create effect that helps you heal like Wolverine. Let's jump into it. What's up everybody, my name is Bobby Kowecki and welcome back to another video, and without further ado, let's jump on into Premiere Pro and get ourselves some of those badass Wolverine healing abilities. Alrighty, so here we are in Premiere Pro. First things first, I am going to have my clip already in the timeline that I want to have edited. Here I am talking, schmoozing, happened just a few minutes ago, and obviously I don't have a wound. Here's the trickery with this, right? You obviously don't have a scrape. I didn't have a scrape. That's the movie magic we're creating here today. What you're gonna wanna do is go on the old interwebs and find yourself a stock photo of a knee scrape. Any scrape will do. I just figured this one had fairly similar skin tones to mine. That's really gonna be the hardest part of this, is finding one with relatively similar skin tones. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna just wanna duplicate this across the entire project. I don't know why this isn't working. We're gonna hold Alt, we're gonna click. What in the world? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy, we're gonna paste again. We're gonna delete this middle part. We're gonna create one long section, make sure that it is at least the full length of the clip. And we are going to nest that bad boy, create one long clip together, stretch that over the top of my sequence, bam, bam, boom, trim that up, and we are in position to start working. Obviously, this is not the greatest place to start out with this. So first thing we are going to want to do is just isolate that scrape, that wound, whatever you got going on. We are going to go to our pen tool here and just start to draw around the scrape, right? I'm gonna get right there. And then what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna move this over to, nope, that'd be the mask. What we're gonna wanna do with the photo selected, with motion selected, we're gonna wanna scoot this bad boy way on over to a spot on my hand that I think it looks good on. Let's see here, my computer is chugging along, obviously, because this is 4K video and I'm also recording my screen, so bear with me. When you guys do this on your computer, it will not chug along as much, but what we're gonna want to do is line that bad boy up. Let's try to make it a teensy bit bigger. Try to match up the skin tones as much as possible. I'm gonna try to get that darker part onto the part of my hand where there's a shadow. So we're just gonna rotate it a smidge, move it over a touch, going back up a teensy tiny bit. Actually, that matched up fairly pretty okay. Kind of, sort of, but that's okay. I promise this will make sense, a lot more sense in just a few minutes. So next thing what we're going to do is we are going to go down to our effects panel over here. We are going to want to search up Lumetri Color. And we want to search up our Lumetri Color, drop that over here, head over to our color panel, under basic corrections here, we're just gonna start fiddling around with it, right? We are going to start reducing the contrast some, see how that works. A little bit more, not quite, bring that up. Take out the highlights a bit. Bring the exposure up, just to have it match as much as possible. And you know what? I take back that rotation from before. What we're gonna wanna do, move this closer this way. I think this blends actually just a tiny bit better there. Yeah. We're gonna wanna take the shadows out of it as much as possible. It's starting to blend a little bit more. This is where this gets a little bit tricky. And to help out with this, what we're gonna wanna do is feather that bad boy. Blends in with the hand. Isn't that cool? Bam, 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 bam. Wolverine. We're gonna get there. We're gonna heal. Next up, we're gonna go back to our editing tab. We are going to go back into effects. We're gonna click on the clip. We're gonna re-nest it. And this you do need to nest your clip in order to make this effect work. Don't ask me why. I just make movie effects. I'm not sure. We're gonna go to roughen edges. If somebody in the comments wants to let me know why you need to nest it, all I know, you need to nest it. And this is where the magic happens. So as we can see here, we're gonna move up to the point where I start to look at my hand. That's where the healing is going to start coming in. And here we're gonna go down to border. We are gonna hit this little stopwatch here. That's gonna start our keyframe. We're gonna go to the end, right about here. And we are going to change this to 500. And what that does, as you'll see, as we scrub across here, it starts to eat into and dissolve the mask there. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Now if we play this whole thing back. Dap, 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 and there we go. You've healed. You've healed just like Wolverine. All you gotta do now is export it, send it off to the cloud, to the server, to the YouTube, wherever you guys like to post your stuff, and you're good to go. Couple little things here. Number one, obviously my hand was a little bit shaky, and because Premiere Pro doesn't have a tracking mechanic like you can do in After Effects, you can also recreate this effect in After Effects as well. It's a little more cohesive in After Effects, but for an introductory level, I think After Effects is not that user-friendly, whereas Premiere is. So this will look light years better in After Effects, and if you guys want to, I will do a video on how to do it there. Keep your hand, you lay it on a table maybe, lay it on the floor, as steady as possible. That will definitely add to the overall validity. It'll help sell the shot. And other than that, make sure you get tweaking in there with the Lumetri color. That's important too. But other than that, quick little video, quick little effect. Hopefully this video rather brings you guys some smiles. Wishing you all well. Hope you guys are doing good out there. And until next time, take care. I'll see you guys around.